This is a scammer, and he wanted me to mail him $4,500 in cash, but instead, I mailed him this, a picture of his face. Now, how did I get a picture of a scammer's face? Well, because it's his profile picture on his personal WhatsApp account, which I was able to find. You see, this isn't my first run-in with this guy. His name is Dheeraj, and he spends his time in a Telegram group run by Indian scammers who sell goods and services to each other. And by goods and services, I mean the tools that you need to scam American citizens. Some of these tools are those fake Amazon emails that you get saying that something's wrong with your account, or calling software, or toll-free numbers. But the service that D-Bag was trying to sell in this group was cash pickup, which means that he has contacts here in the United States who will collect cash from scam victims and send it to him in India. And scammers have various ways to get their victims to send money. They tell them that their computer's been hacked, or that their bank account has been compromised, or that someone used their Amazon account to order an iPad. But sending that money is tricky, and when scammers have convinced a victim to send money, they have a couple of ways to receive it. Option 1 is sending the victim to a store to buy gift cards, which is a little weird, and stores now have all kinds of warnings displayed. So there's option 2, which is sending them to a Bitcoin machine, but these are usually in the most random places and they're super hard to use. So there's option 3, which is getting the victim to mail the cash to someone in the States who's secretly working for the scammer. And they will exchange the cash for crypto and move it out of the country. And if you're a scammer, this is probably the easiest way to do it, if you have someone you can trust. And if you don't, you can always hire D-Bag to lend you one of his pickup men, which is exactly what I did. I went undercover in this group pretending to be a fellow scammer. I met D-Bag and I asked him if he could help me with a cash pickup. And he was dumb and money hungry enough to let me take the conversation over to WhatsApp where I could learn his true identity. And his bio makes no secret about what he does for a living. Now, I don't speak Hindi and I don't have an Indian phone number, so I'm recruiting my friend Casey, who lives in India, to take over from here. Casey, say hi to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
So Casey writes him acting as me and says, I think I have someone, but it's a small amount, only $4,500. And D-Bag gets excited because he's gonna get a cut of this money. So he proceeds to give instructions on how the victim needs to package the cash. In Hindi, he says pack it just like last time. Hide the cash in a book and then gift wrap it. Now, why do scammers always ask their victims to hide the cash in a book? Well, it's because these shipping companies don't allow you to send cash. And scammers don't want to draw attention to themselves or their mules by having them pick up boxes of money. And so they'll go as far as telling their victims to lie about what it is that they're sending. This really happens, and it's why scam baiters work so hard to get the names and the addresses of these money mules, because they're the ones that make these scams possible. Without them, the scammers are left with options 1 and 2. But before D-Bag would give Casey and I the address of his pickup guy, he wanted some assurance that the cash was real. And this is why scammers will ask their victims to take a picture or a video of the cash once they've withdrawn it from their bank. And I could have just gone to the bank and withdrew some cash for the sake of the picture, but I got plenty of this fake prop money that will do the job just fine. Now, the last time that I did this, I wrapped the cash in a Bible in hopes that the scammer would read it and repent of his sinful ways. That didn't work, so this time I tried putting it in the Book of Mormon to see if that does the job. I sent this video to Casey, who then sent it to D-Bag, and it must have been convincing enough because he went on to provide the name and the address of where I was to mail the cash. Now, I was hoping that this address was a home address because then it would have been easy to identify the homeowner who's in bed with scammers. But it's a CVS pharmacy in North Hollywood. And more scammers are using pickup stations instead of homes because they want to cover their tracks when the authorities come looking for the money. Oh well. So if I send the money to the CVS, the mule will then pick it up. He's then going to take it somewhere private where he'll film himself opening it up and counting the money to show his boss in India that he isn't skimming. And I thought it would be funny to send him the fake cash and play with him and waste his time. But you know what would be really funny? Is if this mule sends his boss a video of him opening up a package that's supposed to have $4,500 in it, but instead, it has a picture of his face. So I kept the fake cash for next time, and instead I went to buy him a present at the Dollar Tree. And I know he likes to take baths, so I just bought him some toys to play with in the tub. I packaged the rubber duckies with the picture and was sure to leave a note on the back. Tell your boss to stay clean. Then I was off to the UPS store. Now, the instructions that he gave to Casey was to have me pay for overnight shipping. He wanted the money as soon as possible and he didn't want it getting lost or intercepted. But I wasn't going to waste $120 in shipping costs, so I paid $12 and I did the 2-day delivery. And that pissed him off, but what's he going to do about it? Him and his mule know that $4,500 is on its way to Hollywood and they wouldn't just walk away from it. But during these 2 days, D-Bag was impressed with Casey because he keeps managing to get these victims to send cash. So he does the unexpected and he offers Casey a job working for him. He says, "Will you work for me? And I will provide calls." And if D can provide calls, it means that not only does he have cash mules here in the States, he's also one of those scammers who's sending out the emails disguised as PayPal and Amazon or eBay that trick you into calling a toll-free number for support. And when someone calls that number, D-Bag just routes them to a different agent, and Casey was about to become his newest agent. And scammers are getting more and more creative and sneaky with how they fool their victims, and that's why all of us need an extra layer of defense that fills the security gap that scammers take advantage of. I recommend using Guardio. They're the sponsor of this video. By using Guardio, you'll be protected from phishing attempts, tech support scams like those shown on this channel, malware, malicious sites, and you'll even get real-time alerts on data leaks. I visit a lot of shady sites, and Guardio always helps me see when there are threats ahead. Their technology can detect anomalies and signs of scams and warn you before it's too late. And they just released a new feature that will alert you on any malicious emails that bypass your spam folder. And it's so easy to use. Just install the extension and the mobile app, and a free security scan will detect existing threats already on your device. You've probably got passwords and personal information saved on there, so you need to get this done quickly. After your scan, you can try Guardio for free for 7 days to enable real-time protection. When you visit guard.io/pleasantgreen, you'll also get 20% off, and you can put up to 5 family members on one account. I bet you can think of some family members that you'd want to protect. So go try it out today and get that extra layer of security that you need. So for Casey to take the calls, all D needs to do is give him the server information for his VoIP software and the calls will start being routed. Except Casey wasn't interested in taking calls from scam victims. But I was. So I enter the server information that D-Bag provides on my computer. He said the calls are going to start soon. And would you believe it? The phone started to ring. You're looking for Amazon, is that right?
They say that I purchased something for $1,300.
No, sir. That's a scam. That email that you got is a scam, and this number that you're calling is a scam. So just hang up and ignore the email, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
This is Amazon customer service.
Actually, it's not Amazon. Were you calling? Did you see an email with a phone number? Thank you for calling support. This side Ben. How can I help you?
Is this Amazon?
No, this is not Amazon. This is a scam phone number. I want you to hang up.
I've got some charges on my bill that I would like to question.
Let me actually just stop you right there. This is a scam that you've called. This is a scam call center that you've called. This is not the real Amazon, okay? Do you want the real number? Let me give you the real phone number. This probably went on for like 30 minutes or so, and then the calls eventually stopped, and I got some registration error. And this is pretty common because these scam numbers get reported and the servers often get shut down. I tried to get Casey to ask him what the problem was, but Casey said he's not responding, and he suspected that he knew that we were screwing with him.
I think he knows, Ben. Come on, right? He knows.
But then, I got a notification that the package was delivered to a CVS pharmacy. And then I tell Casey to message him and see if the mule's opened it yet. And D says that his mule will pick it up and he'll provide an update later tonight. And remember, the mule needs to film himself opening up the package, and he needs to send it to Casey. Because scammers aren't just going to take each other's word that the package is empty. And me and Casey are dying to see how he reacts when he sees what's inside. But D doesn't send the video. Instead, he calls. And he doesn't sound too happy.
Hello.
आपको भी बता आपने क्या भेजा है?
4,000, 4,500.
नहीं आपको अच्छे से बता आपने क्या भेजा है?
Yeah, 4,500. मैंने क्या भेजना था?
नहीं आपको अच्छे से बता है.
No, talk to me. Tell me, Hana. What do you mean?
नहीं मेरे को कोई बिजनेस नहीं चाहिए आपसे. सॉरी. कॉल मत करना.
You don't want to do business?
हाँ कॉल मत करना.
Okay.
Sorry, Lucky.
Send me the video, okay? Send me the video.
Here comes Mayor Leo.
नहीं करनी शेयर. आपको भी बता आपने क्या भेजा है.
No, send me the video, Hana. I don't know, innit?
क्या?
Send me the video. I do not know what's inside, Hana. Send me the video.
नहीं.
That's the
What do you mean, no?
win. Is that Chris?
नहीं मैं वीडियो नहीं लूँगा आपको.
क्यों?
मैं पैकेज दिखा देता हूँ आपको स्क्रीनशॉट खाली है.
ठीक है, स्क्रीनशॉट भेज दो फिर मेरे को.
हाँ स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेता हूँ।
ठीक है ओके।
So he then sends a screenshot of the video and you can see the ducks and the back of the picture, but he refuses to share anything else. He knows he's been compromised, but he's not sure by who. And I don't know what he's thinking, but it's enough to block Casey. Aww. Man, what I would give to see that video and watch the reaction on this mule's face when he sees his boss in the bathtub. But we can use our imagination and the new generative AI tool in Photoshop. Well, I sincerely hope that D cleaned up his act. There's no way to know, but soon after I looked up his WhatsApp profile and he removed his picture and he updated his bio that used to say hustler to say passionate about shaping young minds and fostering a deep understanding of this world. Well, I certainly hope so. So let this be a warning to the rest of you scammers. Knock it off, or all your sins are eventually going to come to light. Thanks everybody, and I will see you in the next one.